Welcome to Soul Connection Yoga. Today's focus, the wrists for mountain bikers. So we're going to start on our hands and knees. Come on over. Untuck the toes, have the tops of the feet nice and flat. And we're going to come into what my teacher calls wrist smushes. So you're going to start with your right hand and you're going to work your way around the right hand, trying to get into every part of the hand whilst keeping some part of the hand on the floor. So you're going to come into the back of the hand, side of the hand, thumb, back of fingers. At times the arm will be straight and at times it will be bent. I'm going to go in both directions and just noticing which areas here feel really tricky and sticky. Good. All right, pause there. I'm going to take that through the opposite side here. And you might find that one arm or hand is happy to play this game. This one for me is the awkward one. Literally feel like I can't control my own arm right now. And then spin it through the other direction. So I'm on the palm, back of the hand, sides of fingers and thumb. Good. And then plant the two hands down. From here we're going to come into finger taps. So keep the weight behind the wrists at this point. Lift the fingers up, so just the heel of the hands down and tap. Okay. Fairly easy at this point maybe. Nice and quick taps. You're going to bring the weight forwards, 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 until you can only just keep the fingers tapping. We're going to tap for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, longest count ever, and done. Good, really nice. Tuck the toes under, sit back into a little squat, a little crouch here, and then see if you can push back and balance on the toes. If that's too much, drop the heels, the knees, all the way back down. Reach the arms out in front of you, palms down, and now make stop signs. I want you to really push through the heel of the hands and spread the fingers and thumbs super wide here. So that might be quite a challenge enough here. If there's a little bit more, you're going to send the arms out to the sides, wrists in line with shoulders, and make that stop sign pushing out. As you inhale, you come forward, sending arm bones forwards. As you exhale, coming out to the side. Inhale, exhale. Keep pressing through the heel of the hands. Spread the fingers and thumbs. Each time you inhale, arm bones forwards. Each exhale, squeeze the scapulars, the shoulder blades towards each other. Good. I'm going to do one more inhale. And one more exhale. Good. Reach the arms out in front of you, make fists. And then knees forwards, weight back, try and lower the knees as slowly as possible. Good. Untuck the toes. Top the tops of the top. Oh, that tongue twister. Tap the tops of the feet down and then shake the fingers off. So imagine there's water on those fingertips. You're going to shake. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come back to tabletop position. All right. Setting yourself up, nice box position here. I'm going to come into wrist circles. So I'd like you to take your weight over to the right wrist, past the right wrist, over to the left, behind left, then right, and then back the other way. You control how much pressure goes into the wrists by how far forward you come. Going through a full clockwise and then anti-clockwise direction. It's really nice. And pause there. Bring awareness into your shoulder blades here. So I want you to imagine you're in the attack position here and make the attack position shape with the upper body. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, protract the shoulder blades and push the shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. So you should feel your collarbones here lifting. Good. And now I want you to imagine there's a pencil between your shoulder blades, and I want you to try and squeeze and grip that shoulder blade, that pencil. Oh, it's a tongue twister kind of day. Good, inhale, protract, squeeze, push up, and then exhale, retract. Find that pencil, squeeze, inhale, push, and exhale, squeeze. Good, 3 more. Try and isolate this movement just in the scapulas. There's a temptation for the low back to get involved. Try and resist that. The next time you come into protraction of the shoulder blades, keep that work. Right leg goes back, left leg follows, and we're in plank pose here with protraction in the shoulder blades. We're going to find those circles going clockwise first. It's a bit more challenging here, more load. Anti-clockwise and clockwise. Good. My anti-clockwise and clockwise are a bit back to front here. Good. Really nice. And then push back. Downward facing dog. Just notice how the wrists are feeling here. Mine are feeling a little warm right now. Knees can be soft here. I've not really done anything to warm the lower body up, so perhaps just a little pedal through the knees. And we're going to come to same wrist circles here in downward facing dog. So whichever direction you want to go in first, the farther forwards you come over the wrist, the more pressure you're going to apply. And I'm choosing to do one rotation in one direction and then going back in the other. It's your choice. Good. One more either direction. I'm going to come off the hands. Lower the knees down to the floor, untuck the toes, and bring the forearms down to the floor. Just take a breath here, breathing in and breathing out. You're going to keep the forearms stacked, well, the elbows stacked underneath the shoulders here. And then as you inhale, push the floor away with the palms and lift up. So you're sort of in an extended 4-point position here. Now exhale, just lower the right forearm down and then the left. And the left lifts and the right lifts. The left lowers, right lifts, left lifts. Both together. Forearms down, inhale, forearms up. Exhale, they come down, inhale up. Good. Keep the hips over the knees. Last exhale. Inhale, push up. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. And bring your awareness into the heel of the hands. Can you just lift up the heel of the hand in the right hand? So the fingers stay connected and then you lower it down. Same side, exhale. I'm going to go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Fingers down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. Good. Sit back on the heels, toes can be tucked under here. Interlace all fingers and thumbs and then roll out through the wrists. I was absolutely blown away watching one of my friends who is an amazing mover doing some kind of body popping, but I don't quite have that. So maybe you could try some body popping here if you fancied it. Alright, bring those hands all the way back down to the floor. Nice outreach position here. Tuck the toes under, protract the shoulder blades, taking it into our plank position. We're going to lower all the way down to the floor. What I'd like you to do here is pull the hands to the feet and the feet to the hands, and then see if you can keep that contraction as you lower down in one piece. Yeah. Make sure you're nice and comfortable on your mat here. Bring the hands in line with the shoulders, palms are on the floor. Tops of the feet, press them down so firmly that you feel the kneecaps lift and the glutes engage. As you exhale, you're going to push your palms behind you to make stop signs. You might need to watch this bit. So my fingertips are pointing down, heel of hands pointing up. Then I'm going to skim my hands as close to the mat as possible and bring them back to cobra position. Good, 4 more times. Exhale, push back. Chest is lifted to make space. Inhale, come forwards. So it's a hinging through the elbow. The position of the hand stays the same throughout. Good, 2 more. This is our last. Exhale, push. We're going to hold, lift the chest for 5, 4, fingers spread, 3, 2, lift, 1. Come back with the hands and rest it out. Bring the forearms underneath the forehead and rock the hips side to side. Bring the hands back to cobra position, push back, and we'll come into our 4-point. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck the toes under, push the floor away, come up to kneeling. We're going to step our right foot forwards here. We're going to have a little play here with our block, our yoga block. Starting right leg forwards, left hand. So you're going to balance your block on your palm. And you're going to try and resist the urge to grip the block with your fingertips. You're going to send that block away and you're going to curl the farthest short edge in towards your armpit. And then you're going to send it away. Repeat that process. I'm actually not sure how confident I'm feeling with this today. Big ride yesterday. Okay. So this time I want you to see if you can wrap it all the way underneath you and bring it out. And then all the way back in. I don't know why, I'm thinking if I talk really slowly, maybe I'll keep hold of the block. Good. So finding full rotation, really resisting the urge to grip the block with the fingers. And just notice where you're gripping. So is the opposite leg, the lunge leg, are the toes gripping? Are you holding your breath? Is your body contorting to make space like mine is? One last time. Good, exhale, can you bring it in? Oh, okay, cool. We're going to float this front leg back. What I'd like you to do is have a go at lifting this leg. Nice and high maybe, or just tapping the toe to the floor, but just playing with that little balance transition before we gently set that knee down next to the other. Opposite legs. We'll have a play with that balance on the opposite side. Left leg, lift it up. Good. Think about looking down the trail, gaze forwards. Left leg lifts. Think about how much time we spend with our weight predominantly in one leg when we're riding. It's a good little bit of potential carryover balance work for us. And lightly touch it down. All right, front knee over ankle, grab your block. On the right palm this time. So this is my injured shoulder, so a little bit more tricky for me on this side. So if you're the same, if you have an old injury, know that it might be really challenging on one side. We can go for that half rotation first. I have also just realised my mic is exactly where the block's going to go, so we'll see how that pans out. Can you take it all the way under? Oh, all the way out. Good. That might have been my only one for today. So we're going to try that twice more. And again, can you soften the areas that are creating tension, where you don't need that tension? And notice where your body's making compensatory patterns. So even Luna doesn't like doing this one. Hear her barking away in the garden. Good, that was way more than 2 more. We may as well do 1 more whilst we're here, huh? Send it away and bring it all the way back in. Cool. Awesome, well that'll be one for you to practice, have a little play with. Front knee, we're going to float it back, same thing, lift that left leg up, look forwards. Good. Upper body can move, so think about your body on a really techy bit of terrain and how much your body needs to stay relaxed and move around the bike as the bike traverses the trail. And step it back. Good, really nice. Tuck the toes under. We're going to push back into that squat position. This time the knees are going to come wide. And ideally, I'd like you to get all the way down into a squat here. So those of us with tight hamstrings, most riders, you're going to pop something underneath the heels. You could even use your block that you just had. I quite like using a blanket, just rolled up. You could use a towel. You really want the heels to be relaxed so that we can start to get some work into the adductors. If the heels are lifted, the adductors, the inner thighs can't relax. Good. And you're going to reach your hands out in front of you, roll the baby finger and each finger sequentially into the palm, thumb on top. Turn the knuckles to the floor as if you were turning on a tap, pouring water out of the knuckles. We're going to come into some rotations here. Notice which bit feels really good. Go nice and slow through that part, both directions. How are those adductors? How are the ankles? Are they talking to you? Yes. And we're going to shake that water off. We did this earlier. Nice and fast. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Slide that kit out from underneath you as gracefully as you can. Come down to seated. Okay, you're going to stretch your legs out in front of you and stretch them away until you can only just keep the soles of the feet on the floor. Have them hip width apart here. Hands down by your hips, fingers and thumbs facing forwards. That's another tongue twister. Okay, on the inhale, I want you to push through the feet, lift the knees up, glutes lift. So you can stay quite low here, or you can start to push your hips up. Ideally, hips lifting as high as the thighs. Squeeze the glutes, light squeeze of inner thighs, adductors towards each other. Now can you lift the ribs up, ironing out the creases in the elbows. Good, squeeze those glutes, lift up for 5, 4, 3, lift, 2, 1. As you exhale and come down, slide the hips back to the hands. Take an inhale and an exhale here. Turn the fingers out. We're going to go again. So inhale, push up, lengthen the thigh bones, lift hips, squeeze glutes, then lift the ribs, press down through the heel of the hands to increase the stretch. So for some of us that forearm stretch is going to feel pretty intense right now. For 5, 4, light toes, 3, 2, strong glutes, 1, lower hips to hands. Take an inhale, exhale here. Okay, last one. I have to say this is my least favourite. Let's see how you get on. Heel of hands forwards, fingers back. If you can't come quite as high in this variation, it's absolutely fine. Inhale, when you're ready, thighs lift, glutes squeeze, ribs lift. This is when it gets tight for me. We'll lift those ribs, press down through the heel of the hands. Think about nice thoughts. Think about riding your favourite trail in the most beautiful conditions. For 3, 2, 1, and lower that back down. Bring the soles of the feet together. Keep the legs extended here. Take an inhale here, sit tall. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips, lots of length here. When you've hinged as far as you can go, round out, relax down, Perhaps if the hands land on the mat easily, you might turn the palms up to the ceiling and relax the head. Final breaths here. On your inhale, walk your hands back in towards you. Sit up, cross the ankles. Just take a moment to consolidate the work you've just done. Let me know how you get on with this practice. Have an amazing day.